Hello guys, this is Vysh. So it's already more than 1 month we are doing this initiative of daily notes, and daily we are discussing lot of topics which is going to help you in your prelims, mains, interview of UPSC and also other exams which you are giving like state exams or SSC or banking, wherever, because whatever comes in the news in any newspaper, we are taking it and linking it to your static part and then explaining to you here. And this notes is also available at a very small cost for next 2 years, 500 days. We are going to give you this notes every day in your inbox. You will get it, and that you can enroll, and the samples you can get for free for 6 days. So try to get it soon, okay, because the feedback what we are getting is excellent, and all who are serious, I know that they have enrolled to this and daily reading it. How much ever you have coaching notes or other free materials, the quality which you get at Vysh IAS, you will not get it anywhere else. Okay, so today also we'll discuss about the USA deporting the illegal Indian immigrants, which is a big national issue now, where everybody is like protesting, and meaning the opposition is protesting and all. So that kind of things we'll discuss. Then India's employment strategy as per the new budget, what all they are going to focus in future, that related we'll see an article. Then the maritime sector, what is the push being given by the government, and then India's energy transition, and related to that a static topic about battery energy storage system, okay, and also about mental health, especially for the non-IT workers or the non-white collar job people. About that, what are the laws and what is that has to be done. So this 6-7 articles are going to be discussed today in detail, and I hope you have already filled your UPSC form if you are giving the 2025 attempt. 2026 there is anyway a lot of time. You can refer our YouTube for more than 2000 plus lectures. And about the budget also, we have prepared a special PDF where it will have notes regarding all the sectors of the economy, like whether it is education or defense or agriculture or anything, okay, medical. So everything, what all money was allocated for each sector, that related we have made a separate PDF which will be easy for your revision for any exam. And that if you are enrolled to our daily notes, which I told, you will get at a special price. Others also will get at a very affordable price only. So you can enroll to that, or you can first enroll to daily notes and then you can enroll to this one. So that way you can get it at this price. Okay, so many people have joined today also. I hope everybody has got the email from me, the welcome email, and the budget PDF is also going to be delivered to you in your inbox itself. Okay, next year we will show you how many questions comes from our test series. Every year it is more than 100 marks, and some years it will be like 80 to 100 marks, and those years the cutoff were also below 80. So that is why we are able to help students clear the prelims every single year. Okay, so now about USA deporting Indian immigrants or Indian illegal immigrants. So that already 2 days back I made an article where when Trump was making the Colombian illegal migrants sit in a military plane handcuffed without giving them food and water and all, they had been transported to Colombia, which is in, if you see downwards in South America. That time itself I had told you that Trump is going to do for like every country, because his poll promise itself was that he will throw away all the people who are illegally living in America without any ID or without paying taxes, all these things. So that for India also it is expected, and it's not like the first time. Since 2009 itself the US government had been doing, but it was not done in a very like a serious manner, meaning they are not put in military planes, they are not handcuffed and all. They'll be either put in jail there, or they'll be like slowly they'll be sent back to different countries. But here as a mission mode, he is sending to every country. Okay, so including India, like today around 200 people have arrived and more will come, and next week on like 12th of February Modi is also going there. So that time this also will be in discussion. But again, already S. Jaishankar has replied today in Parliament that this is a normal process and it will continue to happen. And even we, India, when we have illegal immigrants, we are going to send them out in a proper way. Okay, not like in military and handcuff and all, but still it is going to happen across the world. So this is not any like a Trump regime new policy or any fascism or anything. It is a normal procedure which any country will do, because they don't want people to illegally stay in their country. Okay, so in India, in Punjab, the plane arrived, 200 Indian nationals are there, and it was done like after discussing with Indian government only. Indian government verified their IDs, verified that their documents are all correct, and they have actually gone from India. And this is actually as Modi and Trump is discussing, it's for our global peace and for security and for prosperity, because these illegal migrants only later will settle there, then for money they will do any kind of crime, they will involve in drugs and everything. So that is why the illegal Indian immigrants also will be like taken action across the globe, and Modi and the government is going to be fully supporting those government. Okay, so as I told, US government is strictly enforcing this time, showing a clear message that this is not worth the risk. You would have seen that movie of Shah Rukh Khan also recently, where they are crossing the borders illegally and going without papers and all these things. So that and all, it's not worth the risk anymore, because the US government has already identified around 18,000 such people, and slowly each of them will be sent back to India itself. So India also told that we are duty bound to take them back, because if you see, Colombia's news was like Colombia did not take their people, okay, because they told you are bringing them in military planes and like hostages and all. That should not be done, and they were like putting tariff and taxes on each other, and they were having a kind of tariff game or the tariff war game, you can tell. But in India, they have accepted the people, and as I told, after their nationality confirmed, only then we are going to accept the people if proper documentation and procedures are there. So here also, if you see, the US Department of Homeland Security Actions, they are the ones who are doing this. So more than 160,000 people of different countries. If you see, 145 countries, including India, they have been started to send people. And this will continue, and by maybe end of this year, almost every illegal migrant will be sent back to their respective countries. And February 12, as I told, when Modi visits there, they are going to anyway strengthen their diplomatic relationships, and it will be all over the news. And both sides are going to discuss on this illegal immigration for their bilateral talks and all. And this issue also will be a very important point of discussion, where we'll see some agreements or MOUs being signed in the coming week. Okay, so that is about the first article. Second article about the employment strategies and all. In union budget, they are telling one of the main area is climate change and climate resilience. Okay, so you know, in 2019 also, when a ranking came, India ranked the 7th most affected country by climate change, and an income loss of at least $159 billion we have faced. Okay, and to adapt it also, Reserve Bank of India also told adaptation cost would approach at least $1 trillion by 2030. So government is doing a lot of schemes, including our employment linked incentive schemes, where based on incentives and all the working will be done. And there also they are already promised that 4 crore jobs will be created over the next 5 years, and center is like going to put 2 lakh crore rupees into it. Then Prime Minister's internship scheme is there, in which for just 1.27 lakh opportunities, more than 6.21 lakh applications came. So the government is taking the count. They are trying to put the people into the respective jobs as per their skills and abilities. And proposed measures also, if you see, 3-4 state subsidized e-rickshaws in approximately 6 lakh villages to create about 2 million jobs, focusing on women driver. So if you see, in one sentence, all the numbers, all the data, who is the beneficiary, everything is written. You also should write like this instead of writing 4-5 lines for that single point, because then you can save the word limit and space, and your mains answer will have more content with more data, which they can easily see it if you underline it or highlight it. Okay, so that way you have to write your proposed measures or anything which you write in your mains. And encouraging private investment in the compressed biogas plants. So there also, whatever gap is there, that you can bridge. Then accelerating our goal of 500 gigawatt of renewable energy, that is non-fossil energy. Then there also you will get lot of jobs. Okay, that is why we have to have a decentralized approach, and we have this rooftop solar initiative. So for putting that or setting it up itself, you need more employment, at least 7 times more labor intensive work it is. So this way, if you see, in this much small area itself, we wrote about climate resilient employment opportunities, what is the past and what is the future. Now next one is AI related employment. So AI adoption, if you see, within the next decade, within the next 10 years, 50% of the automation work will happen through AI. Most of the people will lose their jobs and everything. Even the IT sector, which you know, already layoffs are happening. Many people are losing their jobs, and 70% of our these things are exported also. Our labor is going to be sent across. So we will maybe train our people in AI and send more and more talented AI related youth to different countries. Okay, so challenges are there for this AI, because as I told, many people will lose the job also, like chatbots and everything now is automated. Now you don't have to appoint a person to sit and chat for your company. It's all automated by robotic things. Okay, so through AI. So that is why in the Google also, if you see, 25% of the code is written by them. So that issue will be there after this chat GPT and all this DeepSeek and everything which you see is in the news, that is there. But still proposed measures are there that the government should increase their fund in education and health budget, and then whatever deficit is there in our healthcare professionals or our teachers across all states, that has to be bridged. And enough financing has to be given to our National Rural Livelihood Mission also, so that more and more people from the world can be attracted towards our farmers and artisans in rural India, where they can showcase their local products, their knowledge, their craft, their tradition, everything. Okay, so this is an AI related employment level which you can put in through more funding and more skilling. The third one is aspiration-centric employment. You know, the startup culture is boomed like anything. Before 2014, there were like less than 100 startups, but now there are thousands of startups, okay, or maybe lakhs of startups. And everything need not be successful, but at least people are doing that. But problem in the rural youth side and all, they are lacking confidence. Their foundational education is bad. Their communication is bad. Their English speaking is bad. And their resource deprived upbringing, meaning they are not used to having laptops, computers and all these things and all. So because of that, they end up in going behind government jobs and coaching centers and all. And most of you who are listening this video also, maybe you are going behind government jobs, not just because of the aspiration, but also because you don't know to do anything else. Maybe you are not skilled in anything else other than the degree which you got. You don't have maybe a technical skill, maybe a coding skill, or maybe a good communication skill. That is the reason maybe you are thinking this is better because their language doesn't matter, their skills doesn't matter, they are going to give training to you. Maybe that is the reason. So that way, aspiration centric people, when they are going different areas, we have to do some proposals for them also. We have to rapidly do the infrastructure development, give more and more whatever technical assistance to the youth, or however they have to create lot of jobs in that area. So you have to boost their productivity. You have to go into our import export also. Tech enabled local manufacturing should be there, where even the farmers, everybody can use technical things. And then the national mission on edible oil seeds, all these things we can improve and reduce India's import dependency, which we have now huge import dependency, that we can reduce. So this area also we can boost the local farmers and people, so that our jobs are created more, and that will contribute more and more to the economy. So these are the three strategies which is given in the budget related document. Okay, because here there is no much data, it's just the proposals. I have not put in the budget PDF which you will get. It's covered as part of your daily notes which we are doing here. Okay, in the budget related one, I'll exactly tell you, like in the agriculture schemes, how much money is put and how much is the statistics for that. Okay. So next is maritime sector. This also again in the budget PDF, all the numbers I would have given. Here we'll discuss in general what is the things happening. Okay, so we already have a Sagarmala program where it is this port-led development and reducing the logistic cost. That is the one-liner of that scheme. Okay, meaning you have to build port and modernize port, and through that area should get developed and produce more and more jobs and income. So there, as of 2024 September, 839 projects have been identified with an investment required of 5.8 lakh crore. And that split of 839 projects, if you see, most of them are completed, most of them are under implementation, and most of them are in the estimate stage. Okay, and then investment allocation also, if you see, 50% of the fund will go for port modernization, 35% for port connectivity, 10% for port-led industrialization there, and then the coastal community, the people there, their development, 5% money will go. So overall, in every sector, it will be improved, and so the people living in the coastal areas' life will become better. In this budget, there is a Maritime Development Fund, MDF, of 25,000 crore which has been announced, in which government will contribute 49% and remaining 51% will come through the ports and the private sector. Okay, this will support the shipbuilding, the repair industry, because repair industry itself in Gujarat and all, it's a huge industry where you are breaking the ship and then rebuilding and using the scrap material. These kind of things are also a huge industry there. So that in every coastal state you have to develop it. So a new shipping company itself will be involved in this, where oil refiners and shipping corporation, everybody will come together, and that is what it is going to happen. And legislatively, if you saw, we already have Merchant Shipbuilding Bill 2024 and Coastal Shipbuilding 2024, which is to modernize our outdated law and see whatever present challenges are there. Based on that, we have to modify and proceed ahead. Okay, so this is to enhance our overall competitiveness in the maritime sector and match it with the global standards of how the European countries or the US and all is doing. That level we have to do it, including China. China is also doing very good in shipping related things. So now, GDP wise, if you see India's GDP, we have this $5 trillion goal which we will reach by 2027. We are already 3.7 trillion and almost the fourth rank by overtaking France, UK, and almost we are close to Japan now. Above that we have USA, China. Okay, so we can become the third largest economy India can become if we overtake Japan, which is there, which is very close, and here it is UK and France. Okay, this is the basic order of GDP. So now in Indian rupees, if you calculate 153 trillion was already raised to 272 trillion, okay, rupees. Okay, here I'm talking about dollar. So that way, the after COVID setbacks were there, but now still our growth we are going. That time we had like 8% growth and all. Now close to 6.8% we are predicting for the upcoming year. And the trade, export import trade also, it grew from $66 billion to $116 billion. So overall a 77% growth and annual growth of 12.83%. So our exports are alone going to be like $2 trillion by 2030. So all this in the work, it is there. If you see the schemes and all, is just a stepping stone for that. Okay. And more numbers, if you see challenges, the cargo handled at the major ports have increased marginally only. The number of vessels handled have declined by 5%. Then the average age of the fleet, meaning how old or new is your ships and all these things, that has improved actually. Earlier it was 26 years old things, now it is 21-year-old ships and all, because we have added many new vessels in 2024. You would have seen the inaugurations and flag offs done by Modi in the last 1 year. And then India's global ranking in ship ownership, okay, like how many ship you own and who is owning it and all, that has declined actually from 17th to 18th position. So all the stats I've given you in the minimal word limit. This way, daily learn our PDFs. You will not need any other coaching material to study anything which comes in the news. Okay, and the static also related to that, I'll be going on teaching like this. So Indian shipping has lost the market share to foreign flag vessels and all. Why? Because the challenges are there in India: lack of capital, high borrowing cost, short loan tenure, rigid collateral requirement for getting a loan, unfavorable taxation law, delay in fund repatriation for the ship acquisitions, then stringent requirements are there, high port charges are there, all these things are there. And opposite of there, like how the foreign flagged vessels are getting benefit, because they have all the things opposite of that: easier capital, easier, more regulation, easy regulation, minimal regulation, competitiveness. So just the opposite of that, you can write it for the foreign vessels, why they are succeeding. Okay. And even the taxation also, when the foreign ships comes here and they employ Indian people and all, the duties differ. Okay, it is different from how Indians are hiring Indians. So here again, government measures to address the challenges. As I told, 25,000 crore fund will be there. So lower interest rate, you can give loans for them, and the repayment time also you will give up to 7 to 10 years. Infrastructure status is given to large vessels. So there are also many benefits you will get. And then there is extension of this exemptions and taxes for 10 years. So all these are basic internal points of like what all taxes are being reduced. You can focus on the main heading. Okay, financial support, taxation reforms, and shipbuilding infrastructure. Okay, more and more shipbuilding infrastructure and modernization will happen. So tax disparities, I told you whatever in the previous slide, just an extension of that. Like Indian flagged vessels are subject to 5% IGST, but foreign vessels are exempt from that. Okay, so there itself foreign people gets a benefit. Then here the TDS also, if you see, the foreign vessels employing Indian seafarers do not have this requirement, which it is there for the local Indian shipping. Okay, so this thing was not addressed in budget 2025, and hope in the coming days some scheme will be coming to match it or maybe balance it or not give any advantage for any particular like foreign versus Indian. Okay, so capital constraints, as I told, 49% only government will give out of this 25,000 crore. So that also, it's unclear like in one time this will be corrected, or it will be like taking over many years to make this 25,000 crore. And also, will this will be sufficient? Because as the way industry is growing and shipping is growing, maybe 25,000 crore is also not sufficient to match the global standard. Okay, so aging fleet, as I told, many of the ships are like older ships, or many of the ships are not following our green this thing and all, green technology. So there and all, we have to see more funding is there, more financing is there and all, so that the modernization includes the green thing also, the ecological aspect also. Okay, and shipbuilding sector, what are the challenges? High input cost, weak ancillary industry, meaning the spare parts and other things which you get, that you don't have much here in India, you have to import all of them. Custom duties are there, which is huge. And then skill shortage is there, people are not work efficient to suit the job. Then delay in the funding and slow delivery of the new vessel. So hope all these things get solved, and then our shipping industry will grow. This is what is the budget is telling. Okay, so again the specific numbers and all, I will again detail you in the budget PDF, which you will enroll and get it. And you can enroll to our test series also. 2025 there is a test series. They also will get the budget PDF for free along with that package. And then there is this 2026 thing. Okay, 2026 batch, which is 500 days. Okay, there also you will get a day by day what to study, and this many of the people have enrolled, and daily they clearly know like today I have to study this particular chapter, tomorrow I have to study this one, day after tomorrow I'll get a prelims test, then after 1 week I'll get a mains test. You are very clear of the next 500 days through this timetable. So try to WhatsApp and enroll to this. Okay, Now about mental health. Okay, mental health in the blue collar industry, especially like white collar, it is the IT job and where you sit in cabins and AC rooms and all. That is a white collar job. Blue collar means the manufacturing jobs and labor intensive jobs. So here we have labor codes in our country. Different labor codes are there, occupational safety, or many act is there which is passed by the Ministry of Labor. But everywhere we see that only focus is on white collar and the focus is not there on blue collar. And even if blue collar is there, they are looking only about the physical injury which they get or the physical tiredness which they get. Based on that only it is talking. They're not talking about the mental health things or the depression which they face or the stress which they face. That is not being talked. So for the first time in 2024, the India's economic survey which came, there they told mental health as a very important thing for nation development. Okay, at least 10.6% of Indian adults suffer from mental disorder. So the treatment gap also is there of about 70% as per National Mental Health Survey. So this is affecting India's workforce, which ultimately will affect the overall economic growth. So at workplace, WHO also has told that there is this problem of excessive workload, fast-paced environment. They have a very unsocial life because the people in manufacturing sector and all, they are not going to use mobile phones or interact with people and all. They are continuously working. So the working condition is also poor. The flexible working hours is not there. Job insecurity is there. Fear of layoff is there. Low wages, financial instability, inflation, then conflict between the work and personal life. All these things can add tension to their life. And so blue collar job, which is physically demanding in this thing, unlike the white collar jobs, they don't have much legislative policies or protections. They don't have any mental health initiatives. So that is what we are discussing in this article. So the labor code which we have, I told you, one is occupational safety, health and working condition code, and one is code on social security. This government only did it by doing away with all the old Factory Act and which and all from British days we were running. The Congress government never bothered to change all this. So now 2-3 new laws have come based on which we are following policies for the labors. But here again, if you see, as I told, blue collar is not much focused, and even if focused, their mental health thing are ignored. Okay. In the definition of safety and all, it is vague and does not explicitly talk about mental health. They are totally neglecting it or ignoring it and focusing only on the physical safety or the employment injury, which is defined is also about the accident or disease, which is through physical things. It's not about the work stress or the thing. You cannot claim any compensation for mental health issue. Okay, and even if you have to prove that you are sick, anything related to your brain or emotion or mental thing, you have to prove it yourself. There is no law to support you, no court to support you, nothing. Okay, so even High Court and all multiple rulings have come, but partially only. It is not fully telling explicitly about that. Private versus government, if you compare and see, private people in white collar jobs, they have many initiatives like in Infosys, Wipro, TCS and all. There are many programs which is like counseling and assistance and mental health initiatives. Everything is there to manage their work-life balance, because you would have seen their CEOs talking like work for 70 hours, 90 hours and all. So they have their corresponding program also. Government, what they have done is there is a Telemanas program where it is like you can voluntarily go and seek help, and you will get more awareness about this. Then again, because people don't know, and also they have the hesitation, they have the social stigma, like how will I go until I have depression, how will I go until I have mental problem. So that is the reason it is not reaching the people. Even though we have launched something where you can connect with mental health professionals, it is not being used to its full potential. Okay, so full summary of it, like what should be the way forward, what should be the solution. This is what UPSC will ask you. I have given you the perfect 10-marker answer here. Okay, 6 points are given. One is a legislative framework for mental health should be there, which like law should ensure that the employers balance their work and the personal life and all, and mental health should be explicitly included in that. Okay, then expanding the definition of this occupational disease. They should be able to claim compensation on mental health issues also. So it should be properly included in the stress related column in the schemes. Then create a tripartite model where your policies should be considering the employers, the blue collar workers and mental health. These three in tandem should be there in every policy which you formulate at workplaces. Then regulating the excessive work hours. Like I told, CEOs are telling 70 hours, 90 hours and all, but you should also see the well-being of the employee. Government should regulate the work hours. They should ensure the blue collar workers are not overworked. Then mandatory awareness campaign. You should have ability to educate them. You should give them mental health initiatives like Telemanas and tell them how to make use of it. Don't worry about what society will think. You have to approach it. You have to talk to the professionals. Only then you will be able to come out of it. Okay, then recognizing blue collar workers as key stakeholders, that is dominated by white collar concerns as of now. Blue collar also must be included in all the discussion to prevent a large lost opportunity for reform. Okay, So if you want to learn MCQs about this, join our current affair test series alone. Okay, there is a total, as I told, 141 days, 500 days program and all, which will be current affair plus subject static one. Current affair alone, if you want, for 12 months, like monthly magazines, that also you can enroll, and all these are going to help you. Okay, anything which you buy from Vysh IAS, the quality I'm giving you 101% guarantee, it will be the best in the country. Okay, nobody can make better material than me. This is not arrogance, this is through proof I'm telling. Whichever you want sample, you come and ask in WhatsApp, know the quality, only then enroll. Okay, whoever is enrolled are happy with the material. It's only about whether they have the patience to sit and read it or not, pile it up there. Okay, because many people buy this Delhi material, yellow notes, pink notes, white notes, and along with that they buy Vysh IAS material, and then you mix up everything, you are not going to pass. You have to focus on one material. Either you do this one or you do mine. Okay, mine if you do, I'll guarantee you that your studying is going to be from the best quality. So now about transition to clean energy. This also in the budget it was mentioned. That is why I am showing you. So the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy saw a significant rise from 1,500 crore to 32,000 crore. Okay, but even though fund is being announced, it is being underutilized in the last 9 years and is not properly used. We have multiple schemes, as I told, the incentive linked schemes are there. PM Kusum scheme is there for putting solar plants and all in the solar irrigation pump and all in the farm land and all. For that subsidies are there. But still, it is not the outcome. If you see, it is not fully used. The response is poor. It is not getting implemented. Okay, so you are allocating schemes after schemes for everything, but you are not using it. So your domestic manufacturing is like not getting boosted as per you predicted in your budget or in your economic survey. So that is the first opening note of this particular thing, that we have fund but we are not using it. Okay, then the custom duties and all, because we know most of the Chinese are owning the solar plants, or the US is owning the solar plants and the materials and all, so we are importing from there. So we thought that we will increase the duty, the taxes on it, custom duty, so that people will stop the importing and domestic will increase. Okay, but what happened is, this thing worked, you stopped importing, but in local India we don't have that much domestic manufacturing as of now. If you know, this Adani group and all these people are building lot of solar plants and many things are there, but the materials of it, of making a solar plant and all these things, that is not there too much as of now. Okay, so that is why it is actually backfired. And again, critical minerals also, which we need, like lithium and many things are there, that and all, we are supporting the domestic manufacturing by different schemes, but again we are not seeing the results. So something drastic has to be done, some new policy change has to be done, so that we see it. Okay, the capacity, if you see, October 2024, 46% of India's total installed capacity is of the renewable energy. 46%, that is nearly half. But still, even now the actual generation, the power generation, we are doing 70% still on coal. So if you have installed capacity, why are you not generating power from there and trying to shift from coal to this one is the major question. Okay, so there is this intermittent renewable energy production, which is leading to continuous reliance on fossil fuels, and the grid scale battery storage also is not good enough. Okay, we will discuss about battery storage also very soon in the next slide. So the dependence on China, we want to reduce, but we are not being able to reduce as of now. Okay, that is the current situation. USA is also now not too much involved in exporting renewable energy, and also India should take this opportunity and try to compete with China and come up with more tariff revisions and all. Okay, February 2025, India is considering, okay, as per the budget, India is considering reducing the tariff on all those things which we first did, and we are allowing to, again, going to boost our import only, so that at least let the things come inside us and inside our country, and we can then make our more and more plants operational also. Making plants we are already doing, but making it operational and replacing the coal, that we are not doing. So that hopefully with the new policies from 2024 also we are doing. Hopefully we will have more solar photovoltaic modules manufactured from locally produced cells, and we will reduce the import also in the coming days. So the topic here, if you see next slide, which I will discuss, is battery energy storage system. Okay, India's progress in this thing is showcasing the effective collaboration between all these people, government, business, the philanthropy, that is the people who do charity and give a lot of money and all. So with that, we have a potential that the projects of like battery storage in Delhi and all can provide electricity to 12,000 low income customers, and you can actually make their electricity bill and all zero if you fully switch to solar and all these things. Okay, as of now, governments, you know, they are promising that they will make current bill zero and all, but they are not doing it. They are simply giving free subsidies, but there is no replacement of coal with renewable energy and all. So we need more investment in this BESS, and we need to scale it also in a modern way so that it reaches everyone in the best possible way. And the COP30, which will come, the UNFCCC meet, in December. That time we should again discuss more and more things by involving more countries. Then we can implement this battery energy storage system, okay, which can store the current actually for your future use. Okay, so it's a technology that store electric energy in battery for later use. And the modules of that, if you want to write an answer on that, a 10-marker question is expected on what is battery energy storage system. You can write this: battery modules, the battery management system, power conversion system to convert AC to DC, and then DC to AC, and then energy management system, the cooling and safety system. This much you need. Same like UPSC used to ask about, explain the nuclear plant and how it works. They can even ask you the battery energy storage system. That is where you have to write this answer. And the type of batteries can be any of this: lithium ion, lead acid, sodium sulfur, or flow batteries. All these things can be used for storing the energy for later use. Applications for your renewable energy integration, for your excess whatever you generate, you can store in the batteries. Then grid stabilization, and then whenever you need demand is there, you can take it from there. Backup power for any emergency or war kind of situation. Peak load shaving, that is again reducing the electricity cost by using the stored ones. And then electricity vehicle, there you can support for charging and everything. Okay, so advantage, disadvantage, and the future. This is the perfect way to write a mains answer, and I'm giving you ready-made here. Okay, that's why I'm telling you, coaching class may give this, but they will not give it this much simple format where you can write within the word limit. Okay, they'll give you paragraph after paragraph, they'll give you notes after notes, but it will not be a perfect answer. Mine will be a perfect answer, and that is my guarantee. That is why I'm telling you, come and WhatsApp me and join this. Okay, these PDFs, imagine getting for 500 days in your inbox, where I am making it for you ready-made. You have to only do the reading work. I am doing all the hard work for you, and you have to do the smart work of enrolling and studying it. Don't delay telling that I cannot afford it, because if you can't afford Vysh IAS, you cannot afford anyone in the country. Okay, that way I have set the price. You will not get it for 2 years at 3,999. You will not get it anywhere. Okay, you can divide by that and see the number of PDFs you are getting. 500 PDFs, you can divide and see how much it's the price. Okay, that much low price, this much high quality, you will never get it. Okay, each day 6 to 10 answers in detail, you will not get it. So try to enroll, try to study these. Here also it's like the same thing, that's why I'm not repeating. The grid reliability, dependence on fossil fuel, support the transition, improve the power quality and efficiency, lower electricity cost, high initial charges there, battery can degrade over time, environmental concerns can come if the battery is not disposed properly, then advanced infrastructure and regulatory support, and then future. We have to show more advancement in technology, we have to reduce the cost, we have to see that it is like easily replaceable, and we have to have a hybrid model so that you combine various technologies and make it more user friendly and more long term sufficient. Okay, so again, all those who are enrolled will get special gifts from us also. I hope you are enrolled to the budget PDFs also, which I told you, where you will get separate notes on each of the sector which came in the economy, because you yourself reading the budget document will be very hectic. Okay, so try to enroll to the daily notes also. Everything you have to come and ask in WhatsApp. And then we have the test series program also for the most serious aspirants who want the actual question answer of prelims and mains. Okay, so I'll wind up this video. Thank you and have a nice day.